Today, judging the world. So I tell we want the by Jerry well. We want the by Jerry well. The Jerry well, we want the by Jerry well. Susanna Poti, you can let your power. Somebody hello. Red Mossa, I jam all the way. You come play your team or play your way. After 2 weeks, you can be a power. Federal Maway.
LIBERIA. Onganimbe, Proborusu, LIBERIA. Anganimbe, Duro Tapemakuria, Wapaya Sava. Onana, I am a local one, is the one, Yapozani, Gripuyamone.
Good evening, folks. Samson to LeBron Public Radio. I want to thank all of you again this evening for giving us this opportunity to have a conversation with you tonight. Tonight's program is going to be all Grand Jude Association here in the United States, in the diaspora, actually. I want to thank all of you again. Please share this video. If you're from Grand Jude Association and member of Grand Jude Association, please share the video because we're going to be putting number out here very shortly for you to be calling us. And I'm doing that show tonight on Grand Jude Association of twofold. One is to find out exactly what is happening in this association. And the second one is the height of disrespect. And some of us are not going to take that laying down. Oh or no, oh, I don't care. So I thought that I come out here tonight to bring this issue up. On my right now, this is my right, of course. Okay, all right, let's say my left. Okay, well, I don't know my left from the right anyway. But on a very serious note, up there you see the gentleman, you see there's the president, newly elected, James Djibouti, president of Grand Jude Association in America. Underneath Jean Djibouti, they have put up a building and called it Women Research Center. And this is my conversation here tonight. And I really, something I want to discuss. You know, in this world, there are some of us that have done, we're willing to sacrifice. We're willing to do things free, no charge. If I say yes, I will do it free, I will do it free. I will not be under pressure before I render my services free, unlike other people. And I'll go into that here tonight, folks. First of all, and like I said, it's everything Grand Jude. There's nothing about Liberia or whatever. Of course, Grand Jude is Liberia anyway. But the point that I'm going to be making here tonight, I believe on around about 16 or so, James Djibouti put up a Facebook page talking about inaugural program in whatever they're going to be having an inaugural program. And I saw this building picture as being one of the projects that he's going to be touting out there during the inaugural program to raise funds, which is no bad deal. I know Mr. Djibouti. Let me lay it out first thing first. I'm talking money and Jean Djibouti, so I must do due diligence here to lay out things. Jean Djibouti that I know do not play with people money. And one of the things that I know about Jean Djibouti, when he was leading Queenable District, after he left, when his term was over, I want to put it out clearly so that when I start venting my frustration, people will understand that there's no jealousy, no accusation that I cannot prove. Jean Djibouti, after his term from Queenable District, they hire another young person. And perhaps this person was not quite, right with the money issue in the Queenable District. I don't know the whole details. But my understanding was the fact that this young person was unable to manage the affairs, specifically the monetary affairs of the Queenable District. Mr. Djibouti was brought back, asked by the entire Queenable District to say, come and help us out. And he went in there and straightened things out. So this man do not play with people money that I know of. However, the point here tonight is not about money. Mr. Djibouti is going to be raising funds over there for projects. And my thing is, if you're going to do these things, you must be sincere with the people you're asking to help, to donate, and what have you. You cannot pretend to do something that is not quite fair and it's not genuine. Then if it's faulty, then people like Samson who is involved, if I'm involved in something that I have done and it's come up, I will speak out. But my speaking here tonight is not anything about myself, to be honest with you. because Mr. Djibouti and the rest of the young Grandians are all little brothers to me. So they can do whatever they want to do to me. It doesn't matter. We're from the same house. But if I bring people who are not Grandians, who are from different tribes and decided to join us and help us to sacrifice times, put in more times than any other person, and these people are not being given credit for something that they have done. If you're going to generate fund, if you're going to generate money from their effort, you must acknowledge these people. They are not Grandians, for Christ's sake. And this is my issue here tonight, folks. So Jean Djibouti went out and put this program up and said they're going to be raising fund. The women wing, the Women Resource Center. Let me lay out some history here for you very quickly so you will know. Some time ago, the women during Thomas Collins, Honorable President, former President Thomas Collins administration, one of the administration, in my opinion, that was so dear to the people of Grand Gide. One of the administration that brought in so many Grand Gideans into the association until they decided enough is now we're going to split our way. He has nothing to do with Thomas Collins. Thomas Collins has done his part. He brought people in. He did not say we're here, we're going to be isolated. He seeks out Grand Gideans all over and brought them on. Those who want to participate were freely allowed to be part of that program. Under his administration, the association grew tremendously. I'm not going to even say it's 2-4. Forget it. Okay, so he brought in a lot of money, a lot of resources. He has done a wonderful thing for this association. Put this association on the map, and for some reason, Grand Gide Association has never been the same since he left, and I would say so. Okay. That's enough about Honorable Thomas Collins. All of you guys know his history, so I don't have to say that here tonight. Anyway, Jean Djibouti decided to do this stuff. So back to Thomas Collins administration. The women of Grand Gide Association called upon me under the leadership of Madam Elizabeth Peno, one of the hard working chair lady that I've ever seen in this association. Put a group of the Grandians ladies together. Responsible ladies. Ladies that when they stand in among people, you know these people are responsible. Yes, one of the stories that, and I would say is, something told, nothing can boil my mouth. This is one of the things that Madam Chipo used to say when people say, oh, you did that, you did that. She said, look, my auntie used to say, yeah, but ni say, before you say, if you don't understand that, I can't interpret that. But folks, that is the situation. So when the women got together, they decided they were going to do a women research center that will help Grandians, young girls, women, and all stripes in Grand Gide County. And then they decided to contact me as an engineer to do this building for them. I don't do building, I do roads. But I'm an engineer, and most of my engineering classes, the building, structures, most of them are structure buildings. So I am quite familiar with the design process of building. And even as that, as an engineer, you should be able to, when something comes to you about design, all you do is do research and you find out how it's done, and you have the knowledge already. So I was able to get hold of this thing. And I decided, well, as an architect / engineer, I will lay out some stuff for these people, and I'm sure they will be happy. Before that, I was contacted by Mr. Francis Zionso, who was then president of Boston District Association, to do a school building, high school building in Boston District. I did that. And of course, Basilian rejected it, not because it was not designed properly, but they said there was no money. So that's besides that. So I decided to bring that same idea up when these women ask. So I lay out the building. Okay, I lay out the building. I had it set in a campus type organization. Well, in architect, what you do when you start your process, you do what they call bubbles. You say, okay, kitchen here, living room here, bathroom here, and you organize them. And then you present that to your client, and they say, no, I want this here, and you move things around. It's called bubble. But anyway, I did my own, and I presented, no, that's not what we want. Okay, what do you want? Well, go ahead and go back again. So I came back for the second time, I did it, and I went back to them, thinking that as an engineer, these women, they don't know anything about engineer, but what are they going to say to me they were accepted? I presented my drawing. To my surprise, these women have already had within themselves exactly what they wanted. They knew exactly something that's supposed to be on that piece of paper. So when I presented my idea for the second time, Madam Julia Gria Cooper, one of the strong women of Grand Jide Associations, at the meeting, she was the secretary. She said, Mr. Toh, the women have asked me to talk on their behalf tonight. Even though we're asking you to do this project for us and we're not paying you, however, we expect you to follow our directions. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. These people are asking me to do this project, and I'm not asking them for a dime. And here they are, they're going to command. And I said, what do you mean? The first question, she said, well, just listen to me. We're going to tell you what we want, and if you can do it, you let us know. If you cannot do it, we'll find somebody else. But we will not allow you to bamboozle us into accepting something that we will not, that is not part of our plan. And I knew right away that these women were not anybody that I can fool around with. I must be sincere with them. I must be able to understand exactly what they're looking for. So I said, okay, what are you guys looking for? And one by one, I think there were about almost 20, 25 of them in the meeting that night. And one by one, each of them explained to me exactly what they want. They wanted a building. They wanted a building that would present what they call hope of Grand Jide women. And the first thing Madam Greer said to me was, a hope start with what letter? I said H. She said, exactly. That's how we want our building to be, representing hope for young Grand Jidians and Grand Jidians women in Zwedru, where the building is going to be. We wanted to represent hope that we Grand Jidians women in the diaspora are presenting to them as a hope for them to educate themselves and whatever it is that they need to do. We are presenting this building as a hope, a beacon for them to do whatever they have to do. At a meeting that night, I said, oh, I recognized very quickly that I'm over my head. That there's no way I'm gonna bluff these women because I'm an engineer. Therefore, there's no therefore here. I have to do my homework. So I said, okay, I accept it. I took it as a challenge. Now I'm no longer going to separate the buildings from one corner to another and try to make it into a university campus, because my thinking was university campus, you have these buildings here, they call it the TR building, WW building, whatever, but they're not connected. Now these women want everything to be done on one roof. A roof. A building that represents hope. A building that when you look from the top would tell you that it is an H for hope. So I took it to tax. I decided to lay it out. And when I started laying it out, one of the things also they explained to me, we do not want so many columns in a hall that when children or people moving around, they're not able to move because we got so many columns, because we don't want that. We want some open space. And then I also recognized, wow, these women are really pushing this stuff, because in order for you to have an open space, you're talking about something that will be durable in terms of roofing. I am not allowed to put pilaster in the middle of the building. However, not only that, they decided to give me the building, the functionality of the building. And I'm not going to show you all of that tonight. I'm waiting for somebody for Jean Djibouti or any of his officials to challenge me. And once the challenge come up, then I will produce more document than I'm going to be producing tonight. If there's no challenge, I will end the topic tonight after I finish telling you exactly what I want to say. But if anybody challenge me, there's going to be more document coming. Don't tell me I don't have them. I have them. Okay. So anyway, I decided, okay, I'm going to approach this thing here on a very serious matter. I have not done any kinds of engineering stuff in Liberia before. I have no idea on the building materials that are durable with type of open space that they're talking about. The one in that building, it's not going to be an upstairs building. It's going to be one roof, one floor. The one computer room, the one kitchen, the one bathroom, and the one other rooms, educational type style rooms, where the young people daycare and what have you. So I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I asked them, how many in this room that you're talking about, what are the students' capacity you're looking for? And I have all those documents. I'm going to tell you. And they gave me the number. In a building design, any one of you that are not part of the engineering spectrum or anything, if you go to a function in a building, they tell you the capacity of that building. They tell you how many people are supposed to be in a particular room. So I went and started doing some serious research. I designed the building based on the building material idea the little that I have. I know we have wood over there. There's no question. I know we have zinc. There's no question. I know we have sand. We can produce cement. I know all of those things. But what I didn't know was what type of structure, upper structure that I needed to put on that building. If it is an H, look, just think about an H like this and a cross, correct? Now, how do I brace the combination of a building going across representing H? One leg here, and you have this building going across without me providing any kind of pilaster as a means to brace this thing. So one of the things I asked the lady is how big each of these auditoriums or whatever it is that you want to be. So they said, well, now you do the engineering. So if you look at that building, the width of each of those building sizes is nothing more than 40 feet. Because what I find out is in Africa, specifically for the wind low and the rain condition, you cannot have anything more maximum without bracing it, anything more than 40 feet. Because if you're going to put your roof, which is you have to put some sort of a roof structure in place, you must be able to brace it. Or else when the wind low come and hit the wind, outward wind, which is going to boom like that, it might lift the roof up. So you have to find means to brace all of that. I did the calculation. I did some serious engineering work in it. We were done. And then, here is the interesting part. I'm a Granadian. I don't care what people do with me, my product, what they do with whatever they pay me, what if they want to cost me, they can cost me, it don't matter. But when I bring people, children that are not Granadians, but because of the respect they have for people from Granada County, how much respect they have for us, that these young engineers, instead of going somewhere and doing something, getting money and going to stuff, and they're going to join us, and these people are not being respected, you will hear my mouth, Djibouti. There's nothing you can do to stop me. You will hear my mouth. And this is my mouth you're going to hear tonight. And I'll be respectful because you're the president. So I'm not going to be degrading or anything. I'll be factual. So anyway, I did the work. I did all of the design. I did the layout, the drawing, floor plan, and what have you. Put all the bathroom and stuff in it. And then I was approached by Honorable Thomas Cullen. He said, Mr. Toll, do you need help? I said, because I was enjoying it. The fact that I can go back and do some serious research, put me back like I'm in school, taking things serious for once and things. I was enjoying it. I said, he said, no, if you need help, we have a young man who is in Florida. He's not a Grandians, but he's being association with Grandians in Florida. The Florida chapter of Grandians Association, I believe he's a member. Abraham Barr, he's an engineer. I said, okay, let me have his number. So I called. He and I started talking. He said, okay, Mr. Toll, you say you're done with all of the drawing and things like that. Send them to me. And let me see what I can do, how much I can help you. I said, fine. I sent it to him and I asked him, review it first of all. If there's any mistake and whatever, let me know. And then we can go on to change it. This is the dollar amount, the estimate that I put on it. And I put, folks, I did some serious work on this project in Grand Gila. So I was able to put the thing on. The only thing that I was not able to finish was the landscaping, which is not that much. Anyway, I sent the information to Abraham Barr. Abraham Barr put that together, and let me show you what he did for us. And now you're going to tell me, look at the building over there that's underneath Jean Djibouti pictures. How many stories, folks? You're talking 2 stories. And the building the women asked for, specifically, for a 1-floor building. First, there's no second floor. But Jean Djibouti decided, without, I don't know, I'm not going to say decided, because perhaps they have done their work and they most likely going to be announcing it later on, but I have no clue, so I will use that. They decided to do this and put this up. And that prompted me to say, what is this? If you're going to call it Grand Gila Women's Center, you can call it different thing than what it is that we have put together. And he and I went back and forth on the Facebook, and I wasn't too happy. But anyway, let me show you what Abraham Barr, after I have already done with the design, okay, let me show you what he put up, okay. I'm sorry. Hold on, folks. Samson told LeBron Paul Reader. Okay, right there, I did the whole layout. The roofing and everything, the style of the roofing, everything, I did that. What he did for me was put it up and put it random on the building itself. Here is the H. Here is the building with an H for hope, that we spend so much time about it. And I dare anybody to come out and try to question me tonight as to whether this was true or not. Because like I said, then I will go deeper than that, than just showing you something here. Let me read, if you can't see it, let me just read this. The general shape of the building will be that of a H, hope for peace and prosperity that every Grandian has after the Liberian brutal civil war. So the women were really touched. They were touched because Grand Gila was affected greatly during the war. So the women wanted to show something that their brothers and sisters back home would benefit from. And I, Samson, decided I'm going to do it. Don't pay me 1 cent. They didn't give me. Okay. So Abraham Barr did this. He put the rundling together. Okay. So let me now show you the engineers that actually put this together. Here's another interesting thing, folks. Before I show you that, let me go a little bit. Let me go farther than that. Okay. After everything was done, Abraham put the rendering together, and I'll show you more rendering here, folks. These are kinds of stuff when you do. Anything you do that you don't do with sincerity, you will not succeed. There's no, I don't even have to say that. You know that one for sure. Okay? Okay? The building that I just showed you and what Jean Djibouti put up, does it look anything alike? If Mr. Djibouti have changed the design, if Mr. Djibouti have discarded what we have done, if Mr. Djibouti have done something else different than what we have in mind or what we have done, stay so. So we're not gonna use your design anymore. We're gonna use something else. But you can't call something that we did and then come up with something else. We're not blind. That's ridiculous. Let me go on. So the night of the program, after everything was done, here's Djibouti on a roll now. Let me just name that. Mr. Tiwe, Joe Tiwe, were asked to do a schematic drawing before we got Abraham and everybody else involved. Joe Tiwe said, y'all got to pay me. They said, fine. They paid Joe Tiwe. They asked Djibouti to do printing for this building. He charged the women $100. If I lie, you must ask the women then. Something told you can't lie. He charged the women $100. The women said, Mr. Djibouti, something told did this thing here free in charge. You want us to pay you $100? He said, yeah, you'll pay me. They pay him the $100. The time of the presentation, he realized that these women were going to name those who were involved. And he, Mr. Djibouti, is not a slash in the community. He's well known in the community. Realized that this thing here might not look good. Blue, blue, blue. He ran out to the woman. He said, "I'll get my $100 back." I mean, he said, "Yeah, $100." He gave the $100 back. But he initially collected $100. But after he found out that these women were going to name those, and if I'm making up, you ask Juriel Cooper, you ask Manachipo, they will tell you this. They got nothing to hide. What is there to hide? Okay? So Djibouti turned back the $100, give it back to the women. Okay, let me go on now. Here are the people, the engineers that actually did the work. Okay? Let's go ahead. Abraham Barr, Samson Toe, and Joe Morris. Abraham Barr, I've already told you, was a member of the Grand Jury Association, even though he's not a Grand Jury, but he was associating himself with Grand Jury Association. In fact, registered member, vote sometimes. In fact, the election Grand Jury with something else. There people be there after he did all of this. They be there. He will not vote in dollars because he's not from Grand Jury. What make you think that you gotta be crown man before you become member of Grand Jury Association? The man was duly registered, and of course, paper was proving, and so the candidates of the time and the rest of the group, I'm not going to call name here tonight because it's not about that. They decided, okay, let him vote. I believe he voted in dollars. But anyway, that's Abraham Barr, Samson Toe, and Joe Morris. Joe Morris used to be president of the Connecticut Liberian Association. This is some of the reason why I'm speaking tonight. The night of the first presentation, Abraham Barr could not make it. Joe Morris had a death. Liberian, I believe it was a Liberian girl that died in Connecticut at the time. And Joe Morris, being the leader of the community, was there at the funeral. Immediately after the funeral, in his black how do call it, morning clothes, he drove to Philadelphia that night to do the presentation. Without me giving him a dime, without the women giving him a dime to even pay his own way, he did everything by himself. And you're going to come and raise money without even recognizing these people. Joe Morris is not from Grand Jury County. Abraham Barr is not from Grand Jury County. When you're going to raise money, you must be able to recognize these people and tell them, thank you for Christ's sake. So anyway, Joe Morris and we did a presentation that night. He did most of the talking because as far as I'm concerned, I don't need to talk. So we did a presentation that night. Okay? We met at Madam Chipo's house. There was a huge commotion that night. Grandians, intellectual Grandians, former presidents who then were not former presidents, they said the money was just too high. So 500,000 or something like that was just too high to put up such a building. So there's no reason for us to waste any resources and what have you. Fine. Grand Jury Association, if you hear about it, $10,000, what have you. They decided, Grand Jury Association, the women raised some money. Grand Jury Association decided to give some money, and the women came up, they total came up with $10,000. I don't know exactly. I'm not going to hold myself to details because I care less about the detail about money. You pay me, so I can't worry about money for. I don't got time for that one. You want do your $10,000 business, you go ahead and talk about it. That's not my problem. My issue is when you're going to use the products that I've asked non-Granadian to participate, you must be able to recognize them. Finish. Nothing else. Anything short than that, I will make noise. So anyway, those are the people that was involved. So here's another thing here, okay? Here's another thing. When we met over there in when we met, folks, just give me a moment here. Samson told LIBERIA Pub Radio. When we met over there in Phoenix, I believe Chris Toll gave, I think, $2,000 based on the presentation that was done by Abraham Barr. People enjoyed that. Except for us Granadian, we have no interest. If we really want to build this building, that building would have been done. What is it here? $500,000 among Granadians here in America? $500,000 if we really have. The issue is, who do we trust? Who do, Jinjibote, coming up with another drawing that's not even factual. Do we trust him to give our money to come and build $500,000 building? I know Jinjibote, he's not somebody that will take people money. But who are those he's going to be working with? Man, it sounds into, I beg you. But anyway, let me go on. The way I want to do a money business, that's a problem. That's not my problem. So anyway, we went and did this. After the presentation, Granadian decided they were going to not honor the women. So the women decided they were going to keep the money because the money was set aside specifically for a specific purpose. And I said, whatever you do, that's fine with the women. What kind of cost the women get in a place here? From young Granadian girls cussing somebody who is old enough to be your mom for $10,000 business. And each of these women, they make more than $10,000 in 1 month. And you're going to be cussing them for $10,000. It was so much disgraceful among us. Unbelievable. I never opened my mouth on this thing here until tonight. Granadian young people, we want our $10,000. Speculating who's eating the $10,000. In fact, there was an article written about me that I got $2,000 and $10,000. Which for me, it doesn't matter because God, like I said, when I tell you, say I don't do it, you say I do, I say go sue me. Because God knows now in my heart that I don't do it. When you talk about, I don't care again. If I know, God knows that I do it and I lie to you, then I would try and feel bad a little bit. But I know I don't do it and God knows I don't do it. Do what you want to do, that your business. You anything, man, give me a chance, man. So anyway, the cost the women got in this place. The cost that was directed at them about the $10,000. It was so ridiculous. In fact, immediately after the Phoenix election, the trouble started. I wrote an article. Go research. President Fair Guion, get involved. This thing is going to get out of hand. I asked the president, he said, the president, he can't talk because you host. The rest is history. I don't need to touch that. So let's go back to this issue. So with these gentlemen, the two non-Granadians' involvement, even if we were to ask Abraham Barr, he's an engineer. You want to tell me he and former President Timmons calling them, they're unable to put money together and raise funds for us to build it? If you really present this building as we were intended to do, to put this binder and present to international community where they will flip and read about the building, all of the plans, all of the connections, all of the calculations, and they can see that it's done genuinely, you don't think they will be able to help us? We sit down here, that 500,000, we can't make it. We got 20,000 that want to kill each other. 100,000, oh, boy, please. That amount cost coming. Why? But that's besides the issue here tonight, folks. So what happened now? Let me show you another one. And you tell me, here is the building that we put together. And here's the building Gene Djibouti put. The building on your right-hand side as you're looking is the one Gene Djibouti put together. The building that keep representing the H, hope for the women, is there. Can Gene Djibouti tell me what is the reason for that? Why is he decided to change? Maybe because I don't go to Grand Leader Association meeting. Maybe they already discussed that. If so, that's fine. But as someone who is involved, if you're going to, even if you're going to discard my work, which I don't mind. Today, I was talking to J.J. Dennis. When I was in the process of trying to deliver my project, when J.J. Dennis called. The project that I did. Okay? Over $10 million project that I did. And I was in the process of putting it together today. When JJ, because I told JJ, I'm under pressure right now. I thought, but I mean, the people have to sign because I've already defended that project, so I'm not worried about it. But the reason why I'm mentioning this, you tell me 500,000, you're going to discard my job. So what? The last time I did a whole project, almost $30 million job project that I did. And they decided, oh, Mr. Toad, thank you. We'll put, you know what they call them? They put it on shelf. Now, just imagine something that you put so much investment. I mean, not money, but I put time in it. And I was going to be proud. Once those things are built, you go and see your construction site. You see all of those things, you feel proud because this is what you intended. These are things that come from your mind. I'm from Toad Town, something from my mind. People in California put it down, they're driving on. Oh my goodness, what kind of pride you want to talk about? I can't have big, that 500,000 will give me more pride. I got more pride. I'm not worried about it. But that's not the issue. There were people that were involved, and those things were not done correctly. Let me show you another one, another building. Now you tell me if these two side by side buildings, if they look alike. No. So yes, the one that I want you to take a look at. That is the H, folks, the front of the building. The blue thing you see over there, like I said, don't push me because if you push me, I will show you more. I just don't want to do that tonight because that's not important. So this is the building. Now, does that building look anything like what I just showed you what Gene Djibouti put up? No. So what is the reason? Let's go deeper. Samson told LeBron Public, folks, we had similar situation here the last time when Menye went out and before running for the Grand Leader Association office decided he was going to raise funds for Bison clinic in Zletown. I saw the clinic. The bush swallowed the clinic, and when I was there, I have to walk part all the bushes around to go. They had a foundation, thing like that, and that was about it. When we came back, we started talking about it. Then they decided to lift it up. That's fine. We appreciate that, and that's what we're doing. We try to shine light. There's something happening. I don't know how far it's going now, but that's between the Boston people and Mr. Menye. I've done my job. Let me move on. So when this thing came up, yes, what really got to me on this issue here, folks. Samson told LeBron Public Radio. As I stated already, Mr. Djibouti, Mr. Timus Collins, Mr. Ayala, Mr. J.J. Dennis, Mr. Alfonso Zionso, and the rest of the young people, even Bo Yune, and the rest of the people, they're all like little brothers to me. Some of them, we don't even get along. But that would not stop me from speaking to them. That would not. I'll give you an example. Boy, you know myself, we can't see eye to eye. There's no question asked because I don't trust him and I don't want to be bothered with him. So one time, Bo Yune went home. I know who he is. The kind of book in your head, you ever plenty book in Bo Yune in your head. You ever the boatman, that real big boatman. So the man, he went home to do business. And while he was working, hard working, he took some pictures. And for some reason, Grand Unit Association issue, they decided, certain member of the society of our group organization decided to put Bo Unit picture, the one he working hard with shopping, to pull it up to say Bo Unit doing this and doing that. I went. I don't want, like I said, Bo Unit myself, we don't get along. I don't even talk to him. But I felt within myself, as he is my little brother, I will not allow anybody to degrade him unfairly. So I went to his page, his Facebook page, and took a college graduation, master degree college graduation picture, and pull it up and put it side by side. I said, this is what you are doing, and this is who he is. That's who I am. In this community, if anybody, any of you wrong someone else and are able to talk, I will talk. At the same time, if you wrong, not me, and that's why they call me Bloku. You know, give me the name Bloku? Alexander Yala. You know what they mean by Bloku in Kunaba District? Take elephant skin. You can't move me. I'm Bloku. You can't move me. Nothing move me. You can't move me. Nothing. So that's why I need in order for me to engage you young people, I know sometimes the temperature can be hot during the conversation, so I can't be thin-skinned and try to engage. No way. Because then somebody says, what are you talking to me? You got no respect for me. I owe it. No, forget it. We go, let's intellectually engage. There's nothing here to say you're disrespecting. If you're saying things that are disrespectful to me, the readers would notice it. I'm not the one going to reply and say you're being disrespectful. No. Far from it. And those of you that have engaged several times, you know that. I don't cry foul. No, you bring it, I give it. That's it. I'm a Bloku, elephant skin. You can't move me. But let's get back to Jean Djibouti. So recently, after Jean Djibouti and I had these issues on Facebook, I called former President Timmons Cullen a day or so. I say, are you aware of what is happening? He said, yes. And this is what he told me. Folks, this is just not forget disrespect. But somebody who is not sincere. Somebody who, and Jean Djibouti, when this story that I'm about to tell you, he comes across as lack of sincerity in dealing with us. And I will hope that the same attitude he carried towards Queenable District, for which after his term was over, the Queenable District, people call him back because of that integrity. I hope he will continue to exhibit that integrity. I hope this particular incident is an unforced error, and I hope Jean Djibouti will learn after this and perhaps desist from these kinds of behavior because they're not decent in a community. Grangidians are sophisticated. You can't pull your wolf over anybody's eyes anymore, especially these young people that you're leading. They will not allow you to take them places they're not quite ready for you. So let me go back. So when I talked to Mr. Collins, he said, yes. I don't know why James is behaving like that. Because he wanted to do this stuff. He asked me. And I said, yeah, I have all of the information. According to Timmons Collins now. I have all of the information. And he has given me permission to speak on that. And I'm hoping that he will call later when I put the number up. He told Jean Djibouti, I got all of the information, the building information, everything else. But if you seriously want to do the building, the project, I'm not an engineer on that. Contact Mr. Toll. Even if he's not able to reach you, if he's not able to give you any information, he will give you information of those non-Grangidians that were participating. We have to reference those when we talk about it. You think Jean Djibouti will pick up phone and call me? No. He didn't call. He decided he was going to go ahead and put that building up. As those same, I'm dying. I'm not even going to die. I got my, how old is my son now? I think, how old is Gideon? Gideon is about 10 years old. Okay? So I pray to God for me to be here, for him to get married, get children, everything. I'm from Toll Town. Anyway, let's get it serious. So Jean Djibouti never called. That's not the issue. You call me, it matter. But if you're going to if he had put the building up, Yeah, maybe my feelings were going to be hurt. How can you measure me, Mr. Jibote? I was going to make comment to say, what's about me? Because my feelings will be hurt. But then I'll get back into my block and say, but when you put something that is not there and decide you want to do something to raise fund, when I posted something on his reply to his comment, he wrote back and said that the engineers in Liberia have done some rounding, and that's the rounding he put up. Since when? Since when? Since when have you who pay, the people pay you $100? If they were not to tell you, say, we're going to call your name tonight, you are not going to get that $100 back. Since when you start changing the design and the sad thing is Mr. Jibote is quite familiar with architectural work. You know how difficult it is for people to do these kinds of stuff. And it's somebody who you're not paying. Even if you're not going to use the person work, announce that. In that post, folks, we had a women wing, a women resource center that was designed by X, Y, and Z, but we're no longer using it. We're using something else new. That's fine. But now you're gonna take what people have suffered and labor hard. You're gonna take that to raise money for your administration. I don't know what you do with the money, because I mean these days most administration of Grand United Association, I have not seen anything coming out of them yet. So I'm not too sure where you fall on the ladder yet. Okay, so folks, on a very serious note, this is my concern, that Mr. Jibote is going to go raise fund on these women ideas that they have put together, and decide to discard the idea itself. Forget about my drawing. These women wanted a building that represents hope and peace. What it says you put up there. How many buildings in Grand United County, folks, that have story like this? You know the part, the blue stuff, that glass. The curtain wall. Who in Liberia? How many buildings in Liberia that have curtain wall design? Is it a flat roof, folks? Of course it's a flat roof. And what they say about flat roof leaks. Where is your design that somebody can critique? Where is it? When I did mine, I did it publicly. So anybody, you don't have to come from Grand United County. You can make any comment. If you have ideas of engineering, if you know something that I did is not correct, you will say so. In fact, when I sent the original drawing to Abraham Barr, he said some of the bathroom places that I have selected to have a bathroom were too close to dining room and what have you. So he moved them. That's fine. I have no issue with it. Where is your design? You're going to put up this building, folks. You're going to put up this building like this. Where is your design? Or you just want Grand General to buy pig in a bag? No, we're not going to buy pig in a bag, whether we attend meeting or not. I'm still a member of Grand United Association. I've not been expelled, but you can do so now, Mr. President. You can ask the board to expel me if you want to. That's okay. And if you do, I will wear the badge of honor of being expelled. First person to be expelled from Grand United Association. I said first person. I'm saying that other thing you did that time, and I'm real thing. They want to have James Jibote come and expel me. That's a real one. But on a very serious note, you let these people in Liberia put out this. How many dollars did you pay them? How many dollars have you spent towards it? I know this thing might not even be free. If it is, say so. So that if we think this is real, we can congratulate them and say thank you to those brothers and sisters that put that thing together. You can just come out and put something up and expect people to be quiet. Far from it. And I'm going to go farther than that. If this thing is not addressed quickly, all of those dignitaries that are going to be attending that function, I will call each of them. I will call each of them and express to them, unless Mr. Jibote can tell us that the building he's going to be raising funds for is a new design, and he can exhibit those designs to Grangians to see. If not, I will call each of these people and I will do my show until the inaugural program. And I'm not doing the show to promote the inaugural program, especially on a faulty information that is coming out. I'm not going to do that. I will do my show, and then maybe you say, oh, but you're making the program heavy. Okay. But I will criticize. Go ahead. Go spend your money. But don't expect, if you don't get the result that you're looking for, don't expect anything else. Because if somebody is telling you what is not truth, in my mind, then how do you expect the end result to be truthful? Folks, that is my subject matter here tonight. I feel within myself that the whole issue of Grand Jide Association and Women, GGA Women Resource Center, far from what we have decided, what the women wanted. You know how long it took me to put the hope and peace and aspiration of these women to be able to put it together. Even if you're going to disguise it, Mr. Djibouti, you have to do better than that. You're not somebody who just Johnny come lately to Grand Jide politics. You've been around. You know what it is. You have served on election commissioners, part of the election commission process, electing people. You have been involved. You have led the one of the strongest district organization in the Liberian community. Now you're going to come here and can't give us this thing here? And you're telling me that the engineers in Liberia did a randling? Yes. Good randling, of course. But explain to her, what is this? Where is the H these ladies asked for? Or they're no longer going to be H? If it is your own project, then take whatever it is, your project, call it your project. You're allowed to call any name. If the ladies, the women themselves, allow you to discard what we have put together, where they themselves recommended, made me to work so hard to put an H they wanted together. If they're going to say, yes, put that thing aside and put your two-story building up, that's fine with me. But say so. Say so. But you're going to come out here and give us 11 billion here, you call it Grand Jide building? They want what is this here? Tottenham Palace? Where is the hope these women put together? Samson, let me put my number up here. Mr. So, if you're listening, good evening to you, sir, and thank you very much for joining us. But please, if you can pin my number, I would appreciate it. 916. Mr. Collins, Armo Timmons Collins, if you can hear me. In fact, I will call Timmons Collins. Now I will call President Timmons Collins. 533-2048. And let me call Armo Timmons Collins immediately. And perhaps he will come and help us out here. Let me call because I told him I was going to call him. Folks, Samson told Liberian Public Radio, give me a call. 916-533-2048. But in the meantime, let me call Armo Timmons Collins and see if he's even going to pick up, because he's now quite aware that I was going to be calling him right now. We talked on the 17th. He and I talked. And let me give him a call and see if he can help us understand what is happening. Samson to Liberian Public Radio. Hello? Hello? Oh, wow. Okay. I'm not too sure why my Bluetooth is not picking you up. Can I call you right back? Let me do my Bluetooth and I'll call you right back, sir. I'm not too sure why the Bluetooth is not picking. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, man. I forgot to turn it up. It's working. I just didn't turn the volume up. I still young. Sounds into like I'm trying to keep a straight face here. Let me go on to the Bluetooth. Here we go. Okay. I should have President Timmons Collins picture up here by now, but I'm not able to. Mr. President, I said I'm going to call you. Okay. Hello, Mr. President.
Yeah, Mr. Joe.
Thank you. This is Samson to your live on LIBERIA Public Radio. Do you want to engage on this subject matter that I talked to you yesterday about? Do you have time? If not, we can agree on that because I didn't give you a heads up, which is very bad on my part. But you're my little brother. I can do anything I want to do anyway. But
yeah, no problem. I mean, once it has to do with our progress, I'll engage it.
Okay, thank you very much. And I apologize because I don't have picture of you right now. For people to know, and they know who you are anyway. This is former President Thomas Collins, who is on the line with us here this evening. Mr. President, first of all, I want to welcome you on LIBERIA Public Radio. Please, I've been going on this thing here for more than half an hour now. Mr. Jean Djibouti decided to put in a picture that he called Women Resource Center, which is a two-story building that he's putting up. And I put that side by side from the building that under your leadership we were able to put together with the non-Grenadians. And my main concern was that the non-Grenadians have to be recognized because these are brothers that really joined us to help us move this thing forward. And if Mr. Djibouti is no longer utilizing the service of these non-Grenadians, he must say so. If the building where he puts up, if it's a new building, he must say so. But I thought that I asked you because when you and I talk, you explained to me that you have given him all of the relevant information, and he decided, apparently decided not to use that. I'm not too sure if you know that he didn't use what you give him.
Well, thanks, Mr. True. Actually, I haven't seen the publication of Mr. Djibouti. I think you called me and told me about it. And yes, to be factual here, I did gave Mr. Djibouti the entire photo of the resource center that was drafted by New Morris and
Bar.
AB Bar. And the names of those architects were also listed. I mean, it was the entire brochure. So there was nothing left out in it. The information was very clear. So I really don't know, I haven't seen what he put up. I don't know whether he put up something different from what we gave him, but he has all the information.
I see. Do you know, because I know for facts, I'm watching it right now, I know for fact what he put up is not what we did anyway, and I know that's not what you have because most of what you have, we gave it to you anyhow. But do you know as to whether his administration have decided to drop our project, in other words, the design, and decided to go with new design? Do you know that?
No, I got no knowledge of that. When Mr. Djibouti took over, he reached out to everybody. He did reach out to me, and he said he was going to continue the resource project. And I spoke to him and told him those that were in charge of that project, I told him to get in contact with the engineer headed by you. We had a conversation. I also told him to get in contact with all the women. Annie Dennis, she had a copy of the resource project copy that you guys gave me. I did give it to Madam Annie Dennis. Elizabeth Penu, I told him to get in contact with Elizabeth Penu and to get in contact with Julia. Everybody that was kind of concerned and invested the time and money into that project. So, to be frank, he never told me. I don't know whether he's changing it. If he's changing it, I think it will be, it was going to be wise to let not only the women know, but all the Grenadians have contributed towards it, including the engineers and other people. But I don't know whether he's changing it. He hasn't told me that he's changing anything. If he put something other than what I gave him, I don't know why he did that.
I see. And I've already stated here publicly that I will give him some time to either explain to us, Grenadians, not me necessarily, but Grenadians, through his means of publication on Facebook that he utilized very effectively, to let us know if this is no longer holding. Because if he doesn't do that, I intend to call each and every one of those dignitaries that are on that brochure to warn them that the program that they're about to attend is not being done genuinely, and then I will give my reason unless Mr. Djibouti can prove me that he has already discarded the project that we have, and he has his own, which he has the right to do. Nobody going to take that away from him, and therefore I would say nothing. If he said, yeah, we're changing it, and therefore we're going to use what we have, that's fine. But if you're going to have, as I started from the beginning, the women themselves decided they want this building style H, which represent hope, peace, and prosperity for the Granadians women back home. If the women themselves will say, yes, we no longer recognize that to be hope, it can be 2-story building now, and we'll like it. That's up to him and them. But Mr. President, because I explained that what you just told me, I explained that publicly as well, and I want to thank you very much for being a man of your word as always. I mean, Samson, please don't praise the man who live, and breathe on being transparent. You want to praise him, please don't praise him. But anyway, Mr. President.
Yeah, Mr. Tour, I just wanted to find out since President Djibouti put whatever structure picture you said he put up. Actually, I've been busy this weekend. When I spoke to you when I was in Minnesota. I got in today back to Baltimore today.
Right.
So I don't know, after he put it up, did you guys have any conversation?
I went on his post and immediately attacked it and said this is not right. And if you're going to use this process to engage, to raise funds, please do an honorable thing and put something that the project is actually, because the project do exist. And if you don't know where to get it, please contact former President Thomas Cullen. And if Mr. Cullen do not have it on him, he will point you to a direction. And he came by your lie. He said that I'm lying because I don't know why he said I'm lying. And I said, okay, we'll see. And so he wrote back again to say that people in Liberia, the engineers in Liberia, gave him a rundown of the building that they have put together. Okay, if it's so, stay so. Nothing like that. So he has to say, I texted him yesterday and told him that I was going to be having my show today. And he said, yeah, but please promote my inaugural program. And let's see if I'm going to be promoting the inaugural program, because every show that I have up to the inaugural time, I will make it into Grand Djibouti Women Research Center. And I will do so. Because this is not right. It's not about me. I've done mine. I didn't get a dime. I've done mine because I also want to contribute. And these women, respectable women in our community, they used to have meetings day in, day out, at night. Stay on the phone from 8 to 12 o'clock. Like they have nothing to do. These people are responsible. And the main thing that I stated here is, immediately after the Phoenix election, the kinds of insult the women get that were coming their way for this resource center, and now you're going to change it. You're not even going to tell people. No, it's not happening. So we'll be on it, and I will definitely be engaging. But as I stated here, I will do so with respect, because he's the president of Grand United Association, and anybody who is president of Grand United Association, you are a leader for us in a community. We will respect you. But if you're doing something contrary to that of the GLE value, then we will say something. I think Mr. Djibouti, what he exhibited here is not of GLE value. Transparency has always been a thing that we expect most of you young people that lead us to do. And I think you, as far as I'm concerned, you're not even anybody except for people to talk about that one. So, yeah. Mr. President.
I want to say, and I know how much time, Mr. Tour, I just want to say thank you. For people who don't know, I know, the caliber of guys we deal with, AD and Boris.
Yes.
Those are professional engineers.
Right.
Those guys left their time. They transported themselves to places. They are not from Grand Jide, and you are able to recruit them, those young guys, and they put stuff together that people admire. I mean, everybody that see the structure, the plan, they really admire it. And if there's anything that we're going to do contrary to what you guys put together, I think it needs to be discussed. I just want you, we're so fragile in the community these days. everything is politicized. I know you've been genuine in expressing exactly what it is. If anybody going to change it, you should be informed. Every one of us should be informed, as a matter of fact. So I want you to please give some of us the opportunity to engage President Yuvote. I haven't spoken to him for a while. Probably I want to know if there's any alteration on whatever plans the structure has. He has an obligation to let us know. Every Grenadian, the women, the men, everybody that contributed towards that. But we never discussed such a thing. So I don't know, where we are heading with respect to this. But I just want you to give me a little bit of time. I'll try to talk to the president and call him out maybe tonight or tomorrow and find out exactly what is it that we're hearing. I know he's been engaging most of the women, including former chairlady Elizabeth Penu. So they haven't spoken to anybody in the community talking about different plans. They said they were going to implement the plans that they had. So I just want you, I know you said you're going to talk about it from now to the inauguration. If you can give us time, especially me, I just want you to give me today and tomorrow. You can have a discussion if you want to, and I'm sure Mr. Yuvote will have to address this situation, to the Grenadians, so we'll know what's going on.
Okay, fair enough. I will give you up to next Monday, by the way, because Boston District Convention is coming up, and I will be out there in Iowa, so at least that will give us a leeway. It's not like a threat or anything like that, because what I'm doing is not to degrade or to make sure grandchildren don't attend. That's not what I'm preaching. But if I'm saying if they're going to be attending any program, they must be informed, and so that they will make some judgment as to whether they want to engage or anything else. But to put us something that has not quite been defined as it is, and you calling it something that is not quite that, then I think it's disingenuous. And I think we all have the obligation to speak out against this type of thing in our community. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. But Mr. President, as you stated,
yes,
I will now cease the discussion on this building until I hear from you by next Monday. How is that? Hello? Okay, I think, Mr. President, are you still with me?
Yeah, I'm still with you.
Okay.
I say thanks a lot, for the courtesy, and we will certainly get back to you as soon as possible.
Thank you very much. All right, thank you, Mr. President. Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, that's the former President, Thomas Collins, and I will now bring this conversation to an end here tonight because somebody, even though he's young, but he's the boss, and if he say hold on to it, we'll hold on to that because that's what we do. We respect each other in the community. This is Samson to LeBron Paborito. I will call this shut here, and then we will. I believe Mr. So gonna be on here. Let me put something else on here very quickly. Let me take this picture down now. And because I'm not going to be discussing that anymore. Let's go. Mr. So going to be here tomorrow. That's Mr. So, Mr. Fonso Zion So, the LPR chief, bureau chief of New England, will be up here tomorrow. And he will give you, as usual, always giving you both sides of the coin of what is happening in Liberia. We also going to be engaging, but the tension that is in Liberia right now, for me, I want to stay off of this subject matter a little bit. Let things cool down a little bit, then we can at least find reason, because right now, to find a level ground so that people will have a clear understanding of what's happening is going to be difficult, because everyone right now is kind of hot, and so no one is willing to pay attention. And so I will let it cool off a little bit, and then I will come back to engage, and hopefully we will pick up where we had began, and that is about Liberia. But I just don't think it's necessary right now to engage in that subject matter, because things are not going the way they're supposed to. My son and I talked last night, and some of the things he was saying to me, as a father, the first thing is, you want to go to Ghana? He said, no, with nothing bad happening right now, we'll just stay. So I'm ready at any time. If I told him you want to go to Ghana or you want to go Granada, he said no, I stay right here. So he's in Monrovia. We'll continue to pray because after he after he left the phone, I started thinking to myself, even if I have the means to take him out of there and send him to Granada or Ghana, what's about thousands and thousands of other young Granadians and Liberians in Monrovia? What happened to them? So we'll just continue. The best thing we can do, instead of taking family member here and there, the best thing we can do is pray. And I asked all of you the other day to continue to pray for Liberia, because we do need the prayer. And prayer is a wonderful, wonderful thing to have. So let us continue to pray about our country, and I think we will all do well. Again, this is Samson told LIBERIA Public. I will bring this subject matter to an end here tonight. And I'm going to be going very shortly here. We will be in Minnesota come weekend. I mean, not Minnesota, but Iowa come weekend on Boston District Association affair. And we're going there to see if we can raise some money because the president and his administration want to build, not want to, but they are building a high school over there in Yaoundé, Boston District. And I think that those of us, that if you can afford, please go there and support that project. The project is a wonderful, wonderful initiative. And even if you cannot make it, give J.J. Dennis and his group a call and see if you can contribute whatever you have. I think they will appreciate that. Other than that, it's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. I will say good night to all of you. Let's make it real. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. Thank you very much.
Matipi, enana, monyo kabora kanama. Yekare matipi, enana, sono sere kanama. Pare kwekuri kuna, inana, pare wagi kanama. Baye jibo basogo, zakati ko pare monyo basogo. Basoko, Zakati go, but I'm on your basoko. Tumonwana, but I do more Robota sing on. Tumonwana, but I'm a kid to Monwa, my ye boba. Onana ayama lokolo mwane sikolo mwa yepoza ne kripu ya moreu lokolo toliye bolu suku ogere yo omo ya lokolo gete swalo Angane mbeyo borusu kuona verio. Oji besa yo, lokolo borusu kuona verio. Angane meyo, oji borusu kuona verio. Angane meyo, lokolo borusu kuona verio. Angane meyo, duro tape makuria, wapa ya seba. Onana aya ma lokolo mane sikolo mwa yepoza ne gripu ya mureu. Lokolo tolie borusu ku. Suku ogere yo, amo ya lokolo kete swalo.